Peace, family. How you doing? Put that up a little bit too early. Peace, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2 here at T. I'm gonna say a whole nother platform. Here at Consistency is Currency Podcast, morning podcast, the intellectual architect, and we are here. We're gonna break it up just a little bit. We're gonna shake things up because I want you to begin to shake up your mind. I want you to begin to reshape your mind, recondition your mind and put yourself in a whole nother headspace. Peace, good morning. Put yourself in a whole nother headspace. But before we do, like always, we start in gratitude. We start with gratitude. So again, always appreciative, especially for those who are always constantly here. Love it. Because my goal and my vision and my mission is to uh, assist, aid, develop, redevelop, design, and redesign thought. Peace. How you doing, Miss Fisher? All the way from VA. So today we're talking about from transitioning from no to no. Transition from no to no. And that's a real honest place and an honest space. So I'm gonna start it with just a little bit a story background, like where this came from no to no, which you can look it up yourself. Google it. You can Google Ronnie Russell Korea app. So at the time when we were in Korea and my soldiers were getting lost, they were like all over the place. Not coming in on time, and it was because it was a first time there. And because it was their first time there, they didn't really know where to go and how to get to where they were striving to go, missing buses and all types of stuff. So I was wondering why, how come there was no app to help them do it? And going around and asking questions, and there was a lot of no, no, we don't have this, no, you can't do this. And I was like, okay, so I need to find somebody that can build an app to help these soldiers to get around Korea, and the prices on the apps, getting people to make it was real expensive. And I was getting a couple of more no's. So what happened after that? I had to begin to teach myself how to build an app. And that's what I did. So I took the no and I transitioned it into no. It's wordplay. You got NO. I can tell you no all day. But when you figure out how it can be done, when you figure out those things that can make it happen for you, that's how you begin to transition your no's to no, knowing that you can do it and getting it done to ensure that the process was what will become a lot greater, a lot more knowledgeable. So transitioning my no to no helped everyone that was on the in South Korea on the continent of Korea in that country. So they were downloading the app, and people was getting to know how to get around, how to catch the time the bus was coming, and stuff like that. Because I was told no so much and so many times, and a lot of my soldiers was getting lost. So I had to create an app to go from no to no, and that's where it came from. You know, are you an architect within your space? Do you know how to create? And what does creation look like for you? Have you learned how to turn your no into no? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Um, and some processes. I love process of thought, process of reaction, process of building, and things of that nature. Again, if there's something that you find that resonates with you, go ahead and drop it inside the chat. And make sure you share this live, share it on your timeline in the group. Once you share it, those are in the Google space. Once you share, I'm sorry, in the Facebook space. Once you share it, go ahead and hit share and type in done. All of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into transition from no to no. All right, so of course we always go through the definition, and from the definition, we go into where we're going to drop the lesson plan. So the definition of no, and again we're going to go into the present definition, things that can be used and relevant to today. So What the definition of no is saying to be aware of through observation, inquiry, or information. The first definition is be aware of through observation, inquiry, or information. And the second definition of know is have developed a relationship with someone through meeting and spending time with them. Be familiar or friendly with. How many times we spend a lot of time with a lot of people and people like to spend time with us, but we don't begin to spend time with ourselves. So the R2 definition of know is a developed self-observed relationship with yourself. A developed self-observed relationship with yourself, because you're going to have to begin to refine yourself, because it is a continual process. It is something that you will always continue to do, because you're going to change. It is okay to change, but you have to acknowledge that there is a change or a newness about you. So it is a developed self-observed. That's you looking at yourself, not you allowing someone to look at you and observe you and tell you what you are, but who do you say that you are? Who do you say that you are? That is that self-observed relationship with yourself, because when you begin to love yourself more, then you have the ability to know more about you, to know more and to do more, to transition from that no to that no. Knowing yourself. And the first thing when you begin to know yourself is to know yourself and seek self-improvement. Now, those who are prior service, you've seen this before in the Be No Do's. So it was right for me to have this as the first thing, because when you go from no to no, I don't care how many times someone told you no, you have the ability to know yourself and seek self-improvement. And when you begin to seek that internal self-improvement, because remember, it is a self-observed relationship with yourself. I don't have concerns when it comes to how someone perceives me to be. If I know myself and I seek self-improvement, then I must also have the wherewithal to understand that I have to be able and be open to take direction and instruction. I have to be, and so do you. Are you open enough to, when you're seeking that self-improvement, to be open to take direction and instruction? Your mouth is so wide open that you can't take direction. Your ears are so closed that you can't take instruction. You want the last word all the time, that you will not take direction or instructions, and you will begin to hit the same wall that you hit yesterday, because you are so stubborn that you can't take direction and instruction. You're so stubborn that you can't even see that you need some self-improvement, that you won't even seek it. But in order for you to do it, you're going to have to know yourself. That self-observation. How and who do you observe yourself to be? Because the who that you are you can become the who that you are when you understand that you have the ability to seek self-improvement and take direction and instructions. There will be change after that. But I'm going to tell you how change is going to come, because without conviction, there will be no correction. There has to be a conviction that lies within. That feeling that you get inside of your stomach when you know that you should have done something better, or when you know that something probably could have been done different. There has to be correction through conviction. It has to sit so deep inside of your stomach that you feel it. You be like, you know what? I need to sit down and I need to be still. I need to write out what my vision is. I have to understand that I need to develop this plan if I'm ever going to go from no to no. It has to sink so deep that you have a conviction about yourself, that you want to go and correct it, and that you want to make it better. So without a conviction, that self-conviction, there will be no correction. And learn how to be still and learn how to listen. Because when you understand the art of listening, you will begin to understand the art of healing. Because there is healing after the listening process starts. And when through the conviction, the correction then takes place. That's like saying, I'm convicted. I have a conviction because I don't read a lot. You probably don't read a lot because you may feel that your level of reading or your skill of reading is not where you want it to be. Take that conviction of you not reading well and start reading, getting that process down. Because once you feel convicted on your level of reading and you begin reading, you may find a love of reading and you're going to begin to learn more because that conviction opened up so many other doors for you. Because you sat still and you listened to the convictions that you had with inside of yourself and you begin to make that correction. And after the correction is done, you're going to have to embrace the renewal. You may have to take that, go to, and do that control alt delete task manage and start deleting some of these things because now there is something new about you. Just like when it said be transformed by the renewing of your mind, there is something that you're going to change within your thought process that you're going to have to embrace. And when you embrace that renewal, you will have the ability to go from no to no and be on go mode like we talked about yesterday. But only after you embrace the renewal will the transformation begin. Stop being worried and concerned about what someone might say about you. Oh, uh, you act like you too good. No, I renewed my mind. So therefore, there are some things that I don't do no more. I'm not too good for you, but I'm too good for me to be in this space now. Because I've transitioned and renewed my mind. I went from no to no because I know there was something more that was about me. And I was convicted enough to know that I needed to change something. And I will embrace my renewal. And I'm not concerned about how you see it, nor am I concerned about how you see me. Stop thinking so much about other people's perception of you, but who do you perceive yourself to be? Are you that king that you say you are? Are you that queen that you say you are? Are you beautiful like you say you are? Are you intelligent like you say you are? Renew your mind and you will begin to see something new every time that you open up your eyes and walk through the door. You're going to be walking through the doors of opportunity. You're going to be walking through the doors of your blessing. You're going to be walking through the doors of the places that you are supposed to be. Why? Because you embrace the renewal. You embrace the transformation and the renewing of your mind, and you have went from no to no. And after that is done, as you can see, like this image was so dope, I had to use it. Is like you have to embrace the opportunity. There was a cliff, and this person was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to get to the other side. And when you embrace the opportunity, that's when you have the ability to rule your thoughts when you embrace the opportunity. How many times have you let the opportunity pass you by? How many opportunities have you let go of? How many opportunities that you saw that was beneficial for you that you did not take those opportunities because you was afraid? You was afraid of starting over, but you knew you needed to start over. Embrace that. Embrace that opportunity. Just like when Jacob said, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. He took the opportunity. So what are you refusing to let go? I refuse to not learn how to do this. And I'm going to get it right. I'm not going to let it go until I figure it out. I'm not going to stop reading until my reading improves. I'm not going to stop working out until I get this body transformation that I want. Embrace the opportunity and you will begin to rule your thoughts when you embrace it. and it was given to you on purpose. And the last thing I want to leave you with, and when this came to me, it was just so powerful. The words are simple, but it's true. There is truth in truth. If you say you can't do it and you feel that's your truth, it's going to come true. But when you say you can do it, when you say that I will do it, those affirmations can become your truth. So there is truth in truth. But what do you hold true to? What have you held true to? And when you begin to do it and you begin to shape and reshape your truth, then there is a newness and a new truth that you can speak of. I am intellectual. I am smart. I am beautiful. Tell your children that because there is truth in truth. Tell your niece and your nephew, your uncle, your cousin, someone who needs to understand that there is truth in truth. So if out of the heart, the mouth will speak, what truth are you speaking that can transition into the truth? Because to go from no to know, that is speaking the truth, saying, I can know this, I will know this, and I am transitioning my truth to my truth. And once you get there, you'll want to stay there. And once you're there in that moment, you can forever live. And when you do, you have to be consistent at being consistent. Not be consistent at being inconsistent, but being consistent at being consistent. And it can ultimately create currency for you. Y'all be blessed. Make sure you share this because there's someone that needs to know that they can go from no to no. Let your yays be yays and your no's be no. But you can transition your no's into your no. Y'all be blessed. Peace.